Hey there. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Eventbrite HubSpot integration and how to set it up and see how it works in HubSpot. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get going. In the HubSpot app marketplace, you can find the Eventbrite app here. You'll see that it is a HubSpot app that has been built by HubSpot. All you have to do is install it. This is already installed on this demo account, so that's why it says manage. If it wasn't already installed, it would say install. As far as Eventbrite, a free account is just fine. Now, you will have requirement for a paid HubSpot account in order to use the integration. You can just check here in the requirements panel to see what level of subscription you have and make sure that you meet the requirements to be able to use the integration. Let's go ahead and look at what this looks like in HubSpot. Here's a list of connected apps, which you can also get to through here, through the menu up here in the marketplace under connected apps. You can see all the apps that you have connected already in your portal. You can see here you have the Eventbrite app. You can check out the settings and you can see a little bit of information about this app in HubSpot that you already have connected. It gives just a little bit of detail on what this app does. The settings right here in the app area are really just about the different events that you have in Eventbrite, whether they're published or not published, and choosing which one of those you want to make sure sync to HubSpot. For example, if you have events that aren't published yet, they will by default be toggled to not syncing, but you can go ahead and sync those ahead of them being published in this app area. Other than that, you're really not going to come into this area very much. I'm going to show you where it is that you can actually see the Eventbrite integration in action. Let's head over to marketing events. Marketing events is a native tool in HubSpot. It's under the marketing menu here under events. Just so you don't get it confused, it will be referred to a lot as marketing events, not just events. The event record is where you're going to see the details of your actual event. So as you can see here in the card in the left panel of the record, you'll see that we have a description, we have the type of event, the dates of the event, etc., and the URL of the actual event through Eventbrite. Here's my test event in Eventbrite, and that is what is syncing over here to HubSpot. Now, in the middle, we're also going to get a nice little overview of total registrations, current registrations, cancellations, and then once you have the event and you record the data in Eventbrite, it will update over here in HubSpot in terms of your event participation. Let's take a look next at what the contact record looks like in HubSpot when you have Eventbrite synced over. I'm going to check out this contact record here. And this is what a contact record looks like in HubSpot with a marketing event attached to it. This is the marketing event that's automatically associated with this contact record here. It's going to show the card here with the associated event. If there are multiple events for this particular contact, they will all be listed here. And you can quickly see some information. If you wanted to click back over to that event, you could do so right here. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about the different fields that sync over to HubSpot from Eventbrite. Let's take a look at this record that I have open as an example. Let's head over to my Eventbrite admin account and take a look at the form fields that are part of the order form for this particular test event. So I've gone ahead and set up some test fields here so that I can see exactly what syncs over to HubSpot from Eventbrite. And it's a little bit not intuitive, so I wanted to walk through this just so that you know what to do in terms of how to plan out what you want to sync over to HubSpot from Eventbrite. What I've discovered in doing this is that Eventbrite doesn't provide a list of its standard fields. It does provide this search bar here where you can start to go ahead and type in different fields. If you get one that is the field all by itself and it doesn't say create custom field, you'll know that's a default standard field in Eventbrite and you can go ahead and add it. You're going to get this list of everything that you end up adding that is a standard Eventbrite field. And then you're going to have a list of custom if you add any custom questions to Eventbrite. These need to be handled in two different ways inside HubSpot. That's why I wanted to dive into this and show you exactly how that works. So I've created all of these fields here that happen to all be very standardized fields, and they're standard for Eventbrite. They match up well with some of the default and standard fields in HubSpot. So what I have found is that those fields will automatically sync over to HubSpot. They will also show up in the activity timeline. You'll be able to see those fields as they're being filled out in Eventbrite coming over to HubSpot. So you'll see them here on the activities, and you'll also, if all goes well, you will see them in some of those standard fields in HubSpot. As long as the standard field in Eventbrite is a similar field in HubSpot exists, you should see those automatically sync up. The ones that I see here on my timeline are the ones that should go ahead and fill out those standard fields in HubSpot. Now, if you aren't seeing Eventbrite in the contact record, you'll just want to go here and filter and make sure that box is checked so that you can see that activity. As you can see, you can filter for any activity that you want to show up on the timeline and uncheck any activity that you don't. Make sure that's checked, and then you'll be able to see the activity in HubSpot from Eventbrite. Notice here that I have some custom fields, and if you recall, I showed those to you here. I had created these as custom questions because they don't exist as default fields. They are custom questions to my organization, for example. And so you'll notice here that on this record, those didn't show up, even though they were filled out. And they also don't show up on the timeline either for the activity, for the contact. And so really, I'm losing that information from Eventbrite right now in the current integration. That's not something that I like. I want to ask some specific questions to my event attendee or event registrant. Let's say it's a first time contact for my organization, and I'd like to perhaps identify what persona bucket that they fit into. I'm going to want to ask them one or two specific questions to determine where they fit within my audience profile. So without adding on to this integration, I won't be able to get that information through the native integration between HubSpot and Eventbrite, at least not as of today. I'm going to need to use a third-party tool so that I can augment my contact record with some of the more custom questions that I'm asking through the Eventbrite form. And how I did it in this case was I used a Zap. There are other third-party apps that you could potentially use to do this. I prefer Zapier, so I went ahead and created a Zap. Now, what I noticed when I created this Zap is that there wasn't an out-of-the-box solution to also create a marketing event. So that's important to note because in that case, I do want to keep my integration between HubSpot and Eventbrite that I got in the marketplace. I want to keep that because that's actually creating the marketing event in HubSpot. With a Zapier, I didn't see an obvious way to do that. Now there may be a way to customize Zapier further in order to do that, to lean into Zapier to create more of an API custom call to get the marketing event. But I don't want to do that. I already have that done automatically with the free integration between Eventbrite and HubSpot. So I'm going to keep that, but I'm adding another layer here where I'm going to create a Zap just to get my contact record updated. What I've done is configured the create or update contact in HubSpot coming from Eventbrite. Both of those apps are available to connect in Zapier, so that part was easy. I just want to pick the fields that I want to make sure that when it's in the order form in Eventbrite, that it updates in HubSpot. So this is how I was able to augment my integration by making sure that the custom fields also get updated. So you can see here in this panel where I'm configuring which fields I want to map. It's got all my fields in my demo account. And so let's go ahead and scroll on down through the many fields that exist in here so that we can see where I've mapped my custom fields. Right here are my three custom test Eventbrite properties, 1, 2, and 3. I've gone ahead and mapped the Eventbrite custom fields over into the HubSpot fields. This contact record shows those custom fields being mapped over using the Zap. And the Zap took me only about 10 or 15 minutes to create that Zap. And it only took me about 10 or 15 minutes to create this Zap. So overall, it's pretty easy to set up the integration between Eventbrite and HubSpot. And if you're looking to sync custom fields from the order form over to HubSpot, then you can set up a Zap fairly easily to get those custom fields over. I hope this video has been helpful to you in understanding how the Eventbrite and HubSpot integration works, and then how you can augment it with more custom data using a third-party app such as Zapier.